Okay, hello everyone. Well, I just wanted to do a quick video today. I had issues with my computer, I had serious problems, that's why I didn't do much lately. But today the sun changes into Cancer at the solstice over the northern hemisphere. The sun will stand at its highest point. It's one of the four cardinal points, and there are live celebrations streamlined from Stonehenge today. So just don't miss that. I think they will be tomorrow during the eclipse, which is just happening 9 hours later. So anyway, I wanted to start with this Cancer ingress chart, which you see here for Greenwich calculated. That's 9:43 today, the 20th of June in the evening. That's universal time. So here in North America it is in the afternoon. Here where I am it's about 4 in the afternoon. So what is special about this chart is Pluto rising, and we have seen Pluto powerfully placed in the last few weeks and months charts, and this is even more so exactly on the ascendant, actually mere 2 minutes of arc, and approaching here is Jupiter by retrogression conjuncting Pluto in just a few days down the road. I guess it's on the 30th of something of June. So anyway, there's lots of powerful Jupiter-Pluto energy, and palaces here too. So in one single word, this is Shiva, the destroyer and the rebuilder, the big metamorphosis where we are globally, cosmically on this planet right now in the cocoon phase between the caterpillar and the butterfly, in that in-between state where there's no real clear definition, where we're kind of lost, and I guess that's what it feels a bit. So it's important to hold the vision of what's coming, and what's coming will be just awesome. Nobody really has a clear idea yet what it will be, but we know from many foresights, predictions, insights, it's that unmanifest world which is becoming real. So there's really magic in the making right now. What is interesting here is the moon. At this moment, when the sun was exactly at 0 degrees Cancer, the moon is naturally very close to new moon, just 5-6 degrees away. Here in late Gemini, and squaring Mars in an applying square. That means it's still to become exact. You see 25:34 is Mars, 25:32 is the moon. So this is the global uprising which we see. The moon is the people, Mars is the force of willpower, male energy. It's get things done, action, show what we want. And the square is conflict, as we see happening right now. It's really the uprising of the people, the awakening, which is very nicely described here with Pallas, Jupiter and Pluto, opposed by Solaris. Solaris, that young energy of clarity and also of courage, of going into the direction of one's desires and wishes to make things manifest, even though one would eventually have to let go of certain patterns and ideas and forms. Solaris, named after that centaur who decided to follow his young beautiful wife into death She was killed, and he killed himself to follow her, which is allegorical. It is that ability to see and go into the unknown and see that there's something else coming, that we don't have to be too attached with what we have right now. That's kind of what I'm getting from that Solaris. That is also, interestingly enough, in President Trump's birthday chart, this axis of Pluto, Jupiter, and Solaris exactly rising in his chart. So he is in that same boat with all of us. He has gone through enormous changes, upgrades, revelations in these 3 years alone or so. He has been president. He has definitely matured, and he has a very strong conviction that we are getting into a much better era. He is holding the ground, and so should all of us do the same thing to hold that energy, that vision. The best is yet to come, as he keeps reminding us. So what here is again interesting is Sedna at the 4th house cusp. We have that Sedna in this powerful degree, and many charts in the last months. We had this axis repeating, this late Taurus Scorpio axis in many important alignments in the last months. So Sedna, that's really that phase we still are partly in, that lockdown, uncertainty, being left all by ourselves, not being able to truly connect with each other on the physical level. And I guess, yes, in many places it's over, but the frequency of this is still hanging around. There is this whatever ominous prediction that there will be a second wave and whatever. So Sedna is connected to all that, to that difficult, deep problem solving. Sedna is named after an Inuit goddess of the deep sea, and there's a very dark story. Sedna is reflecting also abuse, neglect, separation. So all these things we really feel very strongly right now, also with all the dark stuff which is coming out into the open about abuse and all that extreme Satanism which we just have seen uprising again. I mean, all these marches of Satanists all through the United States. Tomorrow is enough telling us that these forces are highly triggered, highly active. They work overtime in the same way as all the social media are blocking us posts and don't allow us to connect with each other. All that is happening. We have the black moon in 51 in shock and surprise, which is, as I showed you, still going on to the end of July. So it's in that period where so many things will break open, so many things will get exposed. A beautiful alignment here again, Arrokoth again, one of those planets which over and again has been highlighted lately, I would say since pretty much early 2019, when Arrokoth was closely encountered by the spacecraft of the New Horizons spacecraft. It happened to have its close flyby to this farthest body in our solar system. We have a close-up understanding of its geology, of its structure. So that was January 1st, 2019. So through the whole year 2019, Arrokoth was at the base of our conscious evolution. Arrokoth seeing the whole situation all at once, an integrative view, standing under the open sky, seeing it in the context putting all the pieces of the puzzle together. That's the basic energy of Arrowcot. Interestingly also is naturally the Ishion here at the south node, very strong, very powerful. You see only by 2 minutes of arc, 2907 the node. The south node is 2905 Ishion. Ishion has 3 exact conjunctions with the nodal axis. One was on May 5 when the nodes changed signs, where they will be till late January 2022. Gemini, Sagittarius, which is that bigger window, 20-month window of Gemini energies, strongly enhanced, of understanding, bring things to a clear, simple expression, bringing it down from the complexity of Sagittarius down to the hands-on, simple explanation of Gemini. So it is really that phase where we have to teach the public, teach as many people as we can about all the things they have been deprived of. Now, Ishion at the south node naturally is reflecting the past, what we are dealing with, what we have to clean up, what we have to first look at and fully see. Ishion, the bad boy, that really dark character who murdered his own in-laws just for the sake of power and control, exactly reflecting the deep state, a very, very powerful character in that sense. So at the south node, it is that these people, they right now are fully exposed. They cannot hide anymore. We are fully seeing them blaze out on all levels in Seattle with this whatever autonomous zone, where just today a person was murdered, another probably could die too. 2 young black persons, as I heard. So, I mean, we see it on all levels, all these statues being toppled, even of saints and of people who have done amazing good things, and so it's just everything seems to be in chaos, and it is, as I say, it is that phase of in the cocoon. We don't know what's coming next. We just have to allow things to unfold naturally and hold the ground and keep our good intentions. This is a time of celebration, and I would like to remind you, the ones of you who haven't watched that yet, tune into Magenta Pixie's latest channelings from the 9, where they clearly say, yes, this is an extremely powerful window, 20th, 21st, 22nd of June, where literally we give birth to a whole new era. Solar eclipse tomorrow at 0 degrees Cancer. That is just a few hours away, as I say. I will have another short video clip about that later today or tomorrow. I will see how it goes. But to say this is very powerful when we have eclipses in the solstice axis, exactly at 0 degrees Cancer, when the Earth's axis is in perfect alignment with the place. The sun stands highest over the equator. In that sense, the birth of a whole new season, that's what we see today. And then tomorrow with the eclipse, as eclipses are creation events, it's when the light and the dark energies, the moon and the sun's energies are in an imbalance. Then something new is coming in through the crack. So eclipses are kind of like a push on the steering wheel, if you want, a sudden jerk, and now you're moving in a different direction. That's how eclipses work. We get more into that tomorrow. So for now, I guess I leave it at that. I could say way more here, but it is that powerful last sequence here of the lunar cycle we're experiencing between now and tomorrow. It will be 6:40 a.m. in Greenwich time, which is let me just think about that. That is right. That is pretty much around midnight here in North America, and in India it will be midday, where the sun is perfectly at the highest point in the zenith during the eclipse. Nepal, I guess that's where the path goes through. More on that soon coming. So thanks for joining and listening. Just keep up the good spirits and celebrate, and yeah, do the best you can to enjoy yourself. This is really the time to just hold the ground. Thanks for joining and listening, and talk to you soon.